have to wonder sometimes, where do you picture me sitting when you read these? That is, if you picture me at all. Did you know that there are pictures of me on every single page of this guide? It's true. I had it printed with special ink so that only a few ponies could see it. How do you know if you're one of those ponies? Well, there's not really any unifying factor at play here. Not one that could make sense in a few words. That's why I'm dedicating an entire chapter of survival guide to it. Think it's a little weird that I'm dedicating an entire chapter of my book on saving your life in the mean land full of meanies to talk about weird stuff? Well, it's not the only weird thing that's going to happen in this chapter, so buckle up. Also, I totally dedicated an entire chapter to talking about a tree that kills ponies by singing about Amoria's, muffins. So it's not totally out of place for me to write weird things in this guide. There are things in this world that are strangely only encountered by a certain kind of ponies. Perhaps you might see an alien spaceship flying across the skies or crashing into the ground nearby. Maybe they're carrying a super awesome space gun that they barely brought any ammo for. Those aliens clearly don't come from an apocalyptic nightmare, or they'd know to carry more firepower. Remember, every pony, you don't need to worry about rationing your ammo if you bring a muffin ton of it. Another time, I saw someone had written something in Old Zebration on a wall. They wrote Romanus et Domus. The silly writer didn't know it was supposed to be Equus Stripey et Domus. There's no such thing as Romans in Equestria. What was super weird about this wasn't just that a graffiti artist didn't speak ancient Zebration, but rather that my traveling partner didn't see it and she walked right past it. I mean, to be fair, she's half blind in one eye and totally blind in the other, but still! We live in a weird, wonderful wild wasteland, and sometimes it's important to smile at things that we can never comprehend. Don't get me started on the holy hoof grenades, the dead dude with "Yeah!" written all over his dead face, or the dogs who were playing poker, which is normal because dogs are pretty smart. What was weird was that they were playing poker next to a statue of a yak in a doctor's outfit, and I've never met a yak with a medical degree. Also, this one dude started yelling, "Take drugs! Kill a bear!" at me for no reason, and it made me very sad. I like bears. Don't kill bears. Or do drugs. That part's important too. Have I done a chapter on the risk-benefit balance of drugs yet? It doesn't matter. There are more important things to talk about, and those old folks are being super loud. So, there are some strange and unusual things that happen in the wasteland, and while some of them are funny, others can be rather dangerous. Which is why I included not only this chapter, but the pictures of me hidden around the guide. If you haven't seen those pictures, it means you're going to face some strange occurrences, and you need to be extra cautious. Oftentimes, it may be something hard to notice, and other times it may even lead to a great victory or a helpful find for you. But other times, well, it brings me back to the beginning of this chapter, that very first question I asked you. Where do you picture me sitting when you read these? Well, it depends on the draft. Third and final drafts are written in front of a typewriter for the sake of a neat final product. Pictures are all mouth-drawn, of course. Losing my teeth was actually super helpful because now I can wedge a pencil right between two of the teeth that are still in my mouth. Oh, alright. I was getting distracted. Silly Ditzy. Anyway, second drafts are usually written while I'm flying through the air, so you have no idea how much writing I do when flying. I fly into so many trees. But the first drafts? Well, most of those are written out in the field, out in the awesome wasteland that we all live in every day. That's how some chapters are inspired, actually. Like when some raiders are trying to kill me and eat my flesh and wear my adorable face as a butt mask, I get down behind a big hill and think to myself, have I written about raiders yet? I should do that now. Thanks, raiders, you've been super helpful. Where am I now, you might ask? I'm hiding in a robotics factory in a desert trying to avoid 3 grannies trying to murder me with rolling pins.